Be me, Elias, 31, Senior Curator at the Vertex. Avant-garde gallery in Chelsea, heavily funded by gilt money from oil heirs. I don't just hang pictures. I curate experiences, deconstruct narratives, challenge spatial hegemony. I wear exclusively black, oversized Yohji Yamamoto. My glasses frames are thick enough to stop a bullet. I hold a master's in curatorial studies from Bard and a PhD in post-structuralist aesthetics from Goldsmiths. My life is a series of meticulously curated moments. The espresso I drink is single origin, fermented in a specific clay pot in the Andes. The air in my apartment is filtered to museum archival standards. I am the gatekeeper of taste in a 10-block radius. We just finished The Absence of Presence, a show consisting of empty frames and recordings of silence. Sold 3 pieces for $45,000 each. I am a god in this white cube. Then the board hires a new head of installation and logistics. Old guy retired. We needed someone to handle the physicality of the art. Enter Silas. Late 40s, maybe early 50s. Built like a tree stump that learned to walk. Thick hands, calloused, perpetually dusty. He doesn't wear fashion workwear like the rich kids in Bushwick. He wears actual Carhartt, the stiff kind that stands up on its own. Faded flannel, steel-toe Red Wings that have seen actual construction sites. First day, all-hands meeting. I'm giving a speech about our upcoming season, Fluidity and the Beton Brute. Talking about the juxtaposition of soft flesh against hard concrete. I use words like liminal, interstitial, and simulacra. I look at the new guy. He's sitting in the back, arms crossed. Not taking notes. Not looking at his phone. Just watching me. Face is a slab of granite. Eyes are pale blue, completely unreadable. He looks like he wandered in from a fishing trawler. I finish, expecting applause or snapping. Room claps politely. Silas gives a single nod. Does not clap. Later, I find him in the loading dock measuring the freight elevator. Approach him, ready to assert dominance. Welcome to the Vertex. I'm Elias. I dictate the spatial philosophy here. He looks up from his tape measure. Silas, I move the heavy stuff. Voice sounds like gravel crunching under tires. I try to engage. We have a very specific ethos regarding the handling of materials. The object is not just an object, it is a vessel of trauma and history. He retracts the tape measure with a snap. Copy that. Don't drop the expensive shit. Got it. He turns back to the clipboard. I feel a twitch in my eye. He dismissed my entire doctoral thesis in 2 sentences. I tell myself he's just a laborer. A necessary blunt instrument for my intellectual symphony. Week 1. We are installing debris of the soul. Artist wants a pile of literal garbage in the center of the main hall. Specifically, 400 pounds of industrial slag and broken mirrors. Artist is screaming about the angle of incidence. Silas is there with a shovel and a wheelbarrow. Artist yells, "No, it must look accidental. It must look like it fell from heaven." Silas leans on the shovel. You want it in a pile or you want it scattered? Artist, I want it to weep. Silas looks at me. I step in. He means the entropy needs to feel organic, Silas. Let the materials dictate their own resting place. Silas shrugs. Right, scattered. He tips the wheelbarrow. Debris slides out. He uses his boot to nudge a piece of mirror. Artist gasps. Perfect! The tension! The violence! Silas checks his watch. Lunch. He walks away while the artist is literally weeping over a piece of slag. I watch him go. He eats lunch on the loading dock. Brown paper bag. Sandwich wrapped in wax paper. Thermos of black coffee. He sits on a crate and stares at the brick wall across the alley. No phone. No book. Just chewing and staring. It unsettles me. I need constant stimulation, podcasts, feeds, discourse. He seems content with absolutely nothing. 2 weeks later, I'm organizing the Post-Digital Flesh Gala. Massive event. Donors, critics, The mayor might show up. Centerpiece is a suspended kinetic sculpture, supposed to rotate and drip black oil into a white pool. Artist is a 23-year-old prodigy who has never held a screwdriver. Day of the opening, 2 p.m. Motor burns out. Sculpture is dead. Artist is having a panic attack in the green room. I'm spiraling. This is my reputation. I run to the workshop. Silas is sanding a pedestal. The kinetic piece is down. We need a specialist. I'm frantic. Silas puts down the sandpaper. Let me look. We run to the main gallery. He looks at the motor housing, pulls a Leatherman tool from his belt, unscrews the casing, pokes around for 30 seconds. Wiring is shot. Too much voltage for this gauge. Who wired this? I don't know. Some intern. Fix it. Can you fix it? He grunts. Need a distinct capacitor. Don't have one. My heart stops. The gala is in 4 hours, Silas. He looks at the ceiling. I got an old washing machine motor in my truck. Might work. I blink. A washing machine? He's already walking away. 20 minutes later, he's back with a greasy motor. Splices wires with a pocket knife. Electrical tape and zip ties. Mounts it. Turn it on. It spins. Smoother than the original. The drip is rhythmic, hypnotic. I look at him. He wipes grease on his pants. Don't run it past midnight. It'll get hot. He leaves. That night, the gala is a triumph. Critics rave about the industrial, visceral hum of the piece. They think the slight grinding noise is intentional commentary on capitalism. It's a washing machine motor. I see Silas at the edge of the party. He's wearing a clean flannel and dark jeans, holding a beer by the neck. Not mingling, just watching the crowd like he's watching animals at a zoo. I walk over, feeling generous. Champagne in hand. You saved the night, Silas. I admit, your improvisation was adequate. He looks at me, then at the sculpture. It's off-center. Wobble adds friction. The critics love the wobble. It adds anxiety. He takes a sip of beer. If you say so. A group of donors approaches. Women in structural dresses, men in collarless suits. They swarm me. Elias, the curation, divine. I bask in it. I introduce Silas as a joke, almost. And this is Silas, the man who keeps the walls standing. One of the women, a collector named Beatrice, looks at him. Oh, I love the authenticity, the hands, so rough. She touches his arm. Silas doesn't flinch, doesn't smile. Just doing the job, ma'am. Beatrice giggles. Ma'am, listen to that. A real man. I feel a spike of irritation. Beatrice usually only talks to me about Foucault. Now she's flirting with the janitor. I steer the conversation back to the art. Silas excuses himself. Early start tomorrow. Enjoy the party. He walks out. I watch him leave. He walks with a distinct lack of hurry, like he owns the time he's in. I stay until 3 a.m. doing cocaine in the bathroom with a video artist. Wake up the next day feeling hollow. Go to work. Silas is there at 7 a.m., already painting over scuff marks on the walls. I start tracking him. Not stalking, just observation. Human resources management. I note his arrival times. Always 6:45 a.m. Leaves at 3:30 p.m. exactly. Union hours, but he's not union. He just has boundaries. I try to befriend him, sort of. I want to crack the shell. I want him to admit he hates this place, or that he's secretly a failed sculptor. I bring him an espresso from my favorite place. $9 bean water. Ethiopian Yirgacheffe. Notes of blueberry and jasmine. He takes the cup. Thanks. Takes a sip. Does not react. Sets it down on a workbench next to a can of paint thinner. Later, I see him drinking Folgers from the break room pot. My coffee is sitting there, cold. I feel insulted. I start adding him to Slack channels he doesn't need. Hash aesthetic dash theory. Hash radical dash inclusivity dash workshops. Hash inspiration dashboard. He never posts. His status is always just active. No profile picture. Just the default gray silhouette. I corner him in the freight elevator. Silas, I noticed you haven't chimed in on the discussion about the decolonization of the gallery space. He looks at the floor numbers changing. I didn't read it. It's important for team cohesion. We're not just a workplace, we're a collective. I build the walls, Elias. You decide what goes on them. Seems like a fair split. But don't you have an opinion on the art? You see it every day. He pauses. Doors open. Some of it's heavy, some of it's light. That's my opinion. He walks out. I am seething. He is reducing my life's work to weight, mass, and gravity. I decide to dig. Google Silas Thorne. Common name. Find a LinkedIn. Empty. Logistics. 1998. Present. No picture. I search property records. He owns a house in the Hudson Valley. Not a rental, owns it outright. Bought in 2004. I look at the street view. It's not a shack. It's a beautiful, mid-century adjacent structure. Wood and glass, but rougher. Surrounded by trees. A massive workshop in the back. I feel a pang of jealousy. I live in a 600 square feet shoebox in the Lower East Side. I pay $4,200 a month. He has land. I tell myself he probably inherited it. Or he's in debt. Winter comes. We are doing a show on digital decay. Lots of screens, VR headsets, server racks. The gallery is hot, loud, and smells like ozone. I hate it, but it's trendy. Silas hates it too, I can tell. He hates hiding the cables. One late night, I'm in the office. It's snowing outside. I see a light in the workshop. I go down. Silas is there. He's not working on gallery stuff. He's carving something. A block of walnut. He's using a chisel. No power tools. Just tapping and shaving. The floor is covered in curls of wood. I watch from the doorway. He's focused. Face is relaxed. He looks peaceful. I clear my throat. He jumps slightly, covers the wood with a rag. Elias, you're here late. What are you making? Just whittling, killing time waiting for the truck to clear the snow. I step closer. Let me see. He hesitates, then pulls the rag back. It's a leg. A cabriole leg for a table, maybe? But the curve is impossible. It looks liquid. It looks like muscle under skin, but made of wood. It's beautiful. Actually beautiful. Not conceptually interesting. Not challenging. Just pure, undeniable craft. I feel sick. You make furniture? Sometimes. For who? Just for the house or friends? This is derivative. I say it automatically. Defensively. It's highly reminiscent of Art Nouveau, but without the irony. He looks at the wood, runs a thumb over the grain. It's just a table leg, Elias. It holds things up. But why that shape? What does it signify? It follows the grain. Wood wants to go that way. I just let it. He picks up the chisel again, dismissing me. I should get back to it. Roads might freeze. I go back upstairs. I sit in my Herman Miller chair. I look at the art on my walls. A print of a pixelated blurry face, $12,000. A framed receipt from a bodega, $8,000. I feel like a fraud. I hate him. I hate him for being real. I decide he is the enemy. He represents the stagnation of the medium, the fetishization of the authentic. I need to expose him. I need to prove he's a reactionary, a simplistic mind holding us back. I start nitpicking his work. Send emails, CCing the director. Concerns regarding lighting installation in Gallery B. Safety hazard regarding cable management. Silas was seen using non-archival cleaning fluids. The director calls me in. Elias, lay off Silas. He saves us $50,000 a year in contractor fees. But he doesn't understand the vision. He understands how to hang a 500-pound steel plate without killing a patron. That's enough. I am thwarted. Spring Gala approaches. The void stares back. An immersive darkness experience. We are painting the entire gallery Vanta black. Silas is working 12-hour days. He looks tired. Gray circles under his eyes. But he never complains. Just rolls the paint, sets the lights. One day I see a woman waiting for him in the lobby. She brings him lunch. She is radiant. Not young, not hot in the model sense, but beautiful. Silver hair tied back, minimal makeup, wearing a thick wool sweater and paint-splattered jeans. She looks like a person who laughs a lot. She hands Silas a basket. He smiles. I have never seen him smile. It transforms his face. He looks 10 years younger. He touches her cheek. They talk quietly. I hide behind a pillar. I am the Grinch watching the Who's. I feel cold. I go back to my desk and search her, based on the car she got into. License plate look up. I know a guy. Elena Thorne. She's a potter. Not a famous one, but I find her website. Ceramics. Hand-thrown bowls, vases. Glazes made from ash and local clay. They are stunning. Simple, functional, perfect. Sold out. Everything is sold out. Waitlist is 2 years long. There's a blog section. Photos of their life. The house in Hudson. Silas in the garden growing tomatoes. Silas building a greenhouse. Silas and Elena sitting by a fire drinking wine. They look happy. Unbearably, disgustingly happy. No irony. No posturing. No discourse. Just living. I look at my own Instagram. Photos of brutalist architecture. Selfies in mirrors where I look bored. Captions like "The alienation of the self in late capitalism." 3,000 likes. I feel nothing. I decide to destroy him. I don't know why. I just can't stand that he has this. He comes to my temple of emptiness and fixes the lights. And then goes home to a paradise of substance. I formulate a plan. I will frame him for damaging an artwork. We have a piece coming in. A fragile glass sphere filled with breath, valued at $250,000. If it breaks, it's a catastrophe. I will loosen the mount, just enough. So when he does the final check, it falls. He will be fired. His peace will be disturbed. I am fully psychotic now. Sleep-deprived, fueled by espresso and jealousy. The piece arrives. Silas installs the pedestal. I wait until everyone leaves. 6 p.m. I go to the gallery. I have a screwdriver. I approach the mount. My hands are shaking. I hear a noise. Silas is still here. He's in the corner, on a ladder, adjusting a spotlight. He didn't leave at 3:30. He sees me. "Elias, you okay?" I freeze. Hide the screwdriver behind my back. "Just checking the sight lines." He climbs down, walks over. He looks at the pedestal, then at me, then at the hand behind my back. He knows. He has to know. He sighs. A deep, heavy sound. "The mount is solid, Elias. I triple-checked it. I was worried. It's glass. It's fragile. But it's held." He steps closer. He smells like sawdust and Old Spice. "You need to go home, man." His voice is not angry. It's pitying. "You're vibrating. You look like you haven't slept in a week." "I am dedicated to the work. It's just stuff, Elias. It's just shapes in a room. It is culture. It is meaning." "If you say so." He reaches out. I flinch. He gently takes the screwdriver from my hand. I didn't even realize I brought it out. He looks at it, then puts it in his pocket. I'm gonna finish the lights, you go get some food, real food, not that foam shit you eat. I stand there, defeated. He didn't yell. He didn't report me. He just took the weapon away like I was a toddler. I walk out. I go to a diner. Order a burger. Greasy, gross. I eat it crying. The next day is the opening. The glass sphere is perfect. People stare at it and whisper about fragility. I stand in the corner. Silas is by the freight elevator, monitoring the crowd flow. I walk over. Silas. He nods. Elias. Why didn't you say anything? About what? You know what? He shrugs. Everybody has bad days. Besides, you wouldn't have done it. How do you know? 'Cause you love this place, in your own weird way. You wouldn't hurt the art. He credits me with a morality I don't possess. Or maybe he just doesn't care enough to hold a grudge. I saw your wife's work, the ceramics. He lights up. Just a little. Yeah, she's talented, better hands than me. They're good. Formally sound. She likes making bowls people actually use. Soup tastes better in 'em. Soup. He reduces art to a vessel for soup. And he's right. I look at the crowd. Beatrice is there, wearing a dress made of recycled plastic bags, talking about how the glass sphere represents the womb. It's all bullshit. It's all money laundering and social climbing. Silas is the only real thing in the room. I think I'm done, Silas. He looks at me. Done for the night? Done with this. I gesture at the gallery. He nods slowly. Burnout is real. Go take a vacation. Go see some trees. Maybe. I hand him his screwdriver back. I took it from his pocket when I walked up. Sleight of hand. He chuckles. Keep it. You might need to fix something someday. I leave the gala. I walk out into the Chelsea night. The air smells like garbage and expensive perfume. I take off my Yamamoto jacket. I loosen my collar. I walk to the subway. I don't know where I'm going, but I know I'm not coming back. I check my phone one last time. Open the draft folder on my email. Subject: Formal complaint, Silas Thorne. Attached: photos of him eating lunch, timestamps, fabricated safety violations. I stare at it. I hit delete. Then I delete my Instagram app. I sit on the subway bench. Wait for the train. A rat scuttles by on the tracks. It carries a piece of pizza crust. It has a purpose. It has a goal. I envy the rat. Train comes. I get on. I am going to Queens. I am going to find a workshop. I am going to learn how to make a chair. Or maybe just a bowl. Something that holds soup.